just from when he got here, you saw him get better every single month. Like from the first day he was here, you just seen how he was kind of raw when he got here, but now looking back at it, like every single month he made it grow, especially on offense, just from mental and physical standpoint. But last game, just seeing him like kind of, I would say, break out, I guess, have those dunks and how he attacked the glass was just awesome.
Well, just the confidence level in some of these offensive moves he had. Now, I don't know if it was there, early on.
Yeah.
But it seemed like he's really just kind of taking a step in that confidence aspect of what he's trying to do.
I mean, that's kind of how basketball is. You have a couple, you have probably 2 or 3 games, and you come in the next game, and you're like, man, no one can stop me. So I mean, he's in an awesome groove right now, and I know he can carry that out to the rest of the season.
And his team seems to be in a pretty good little groove right now as well. A lot of different guys. Man, you've been on, again, you played with some pretty good teams the last couple of years. These other guys can come in and contribute. But this team is, again, we talked about the depth all year long. And just what do you continue to see from that aspect?
Yeah, this team is really deep. I think this team, like, you're going to have a different player go off every night. Like Blue had an awesome game against Grand Canyon. Obviously, Somto. Ace is going to do his thing every night. Silas. So, especially off the bench, we got guys like Dakota, like I said, Somto, Justin Afson. Those guys come in, they play hard. So, I mean, I think having a deep team is essential for a deep tournament run. So, I think this team is really well built.
And now the Energizer Bunny comes back for you tomorrow in Deshane, Montgomery. How jacked y'all for that?
It's just awesome. It's gonna be awesome to see that because every day, man, he's at it in practice. He's talking to me. So he talks to me the most. I don't know why. I don't really. He's talking to me, talking to other players, and I mean, he plays so hard, man. And his skill, along with his athleticism, is I don't think I've seen anything like it. Like some players will just drive middle, dunk on 2 people, and then pound his chest. Like it's some crazy stuff. I'm very excited for the fans to see who Deshane Montgomery.
Y'all really setting him up now for some pretty high stuff going on with him now. Because everybody who talks about him saying he's going to be doing some different things.
I mean, y'all are going to see he's different. He's different for sure.
Okay.
Going back to Somto, what do you feel like having another big of his talent and his ability just does for this team, having the guys?
It definitely relieves some pressure, especially because he's so hard on the glass and he's a huge shot blocker. I guess it allows some leeway because sometimes you might get beat on a drive and Somto's there. So he definitely relieves some pressure off of.
You guys have a few games left of non-conference play. Just what do you feel like you guys need to clean up before we get into the ACC?
I think a little bit of turnovers. That's something that Coach White really emphasized these last couple games. I just think also knowing personnel a little bit. I think our defense has been pretty good though, but just clean up the turnovers and paying a little bit more attention to detail.
What are you seeing from the rest of the SEC? They were calling out stats earlier. I think the SEC is like 152 and 20, and it just what the rest of this league is looking like for.
I mean, watching the South Carolina game last night, and the announcers were saying that like you've never seen there hasn't been a conference this dominant in years. So it's definitely exciting to see. These SEC teams, especially the ACC challenge, like we were 14-2. It's just the skill and competitions up here, and it's going to be awesome seeing these teams and us clash together in January and February. So I'm just excited for these next coming months.
30-4 against ACC this year. SEC teams against the ACC.
Great.
I mean, you're as a former ACC guy, man. Does that surprise? How much does that surprise you when you first hear a stat like that?
Yeah, it does kind of surprise us because when you're in the ACC, they're like, oh, they're down us, and there's always 4 tournament teams that make it deep every year. But this year, I'm definitely surprised by it. Just turning on the TV and watching the different teams whoop on different conferences. So that's definitely something that I was surprised with this year.
How much of a motivator is it to know that, again, y'all got to take care of the non-conference play, but that the SEC is just going to be super tough and that you guys got to bring your A game?
It's not like a driving motivator, but it kind of, sets a standard that we got to come in every day and focus on us. So when that time comes, we'll be ready.
So I was going to